going to bring in dealers and salespeople. You've been interacting with dealer and salespeople for a long time, so you're definitely a great expert for this audience. So my first question for you is, what separates a good salesperson from a great salesperson?
So I'm going to tell you that you know responding to clients in a timely manner makes a great salesperson. Following up on your proposals, things of that nature, makes a great salesperson. But I think what makes the best salespeople is the ability to sell on value and not price. Right? Don't make this about price. You don't you want people to understand what you're bringing to the table and what the company you work for is bringing to the table for that consumer. And that also includes somebody coming in maybe looking at a more commodity based range, and you show them the upper level ranges and explain why it's worth the money, and again sell on the value of it, not the fact that it's more expensive, but this is why it's more expensive, and explain that to them. That's really what separates the good from the great, in my opinion.
So it's a really great point, and so few kind of take advantage of that to really understand that it eliminates price from the conversation when you take that tact.
Yep.
Do you have any other kind of tips or advice for creating that value with a customer?
Yeah, I think it's understanding a need, right? If a customer comes in and says, "Hey, I need a dishwasher, I need a washing machine," they're probably not going to go to five different stores to go find that out. Give them a fair price, find them the item that works for them, and deliver it quick, right? You got to take context clues from the consumer.
Context clues. That's great, and that's a salesperson really paying attention can pick up on those clues, help guide them to the product that's going to best fit them. That's a great piece of advice. So you said something earlier. You said, following up on quotes, I think is a tip for building some long-term success, especially if you're
Correct.
working with trade professionals, whatnot. What sort of tips do you give your sales teams to help build that long-term success and create a book of business?
Yeah. So I think, when you follow up, you can't follow up with an email or a phone call that just says, "Hey, just wanted to check if you had any questions." Right? That you're not going to get an answer. So the idea is you have to give them some sort of a compelling reason to want to respond to your email, right? Whether there's a new mail-in rebate that's available, or a new program that's starting, or hey, just so you know, tariffs have affected the price of your product and it's going up on X date. We want to get this order in now so you don't spend the extra money. Hey, we have free delivery this week, and whatever it may be, you have to give a compelling reason. Hey, I have a display model of the piece you're looking for, and you can save a significant amount of money and still get the same product. You just have to have a compelling reason for that consumer to want to reply back to the salesperson.
Wow, what a great piece of advice that I wish was given to me like 15, 20 years ago. That is a great tip. Instead of just hey, just checking in email, really keeping your ear to the ground, what's important to this customer, and I can point them in this direction. That's brilliant. And that'll build some real long-term success. So more good tips. So we want to say goodbye to these salespeople.